Yes, greetings and the best of salutations. I want to speak a little bit or share a little bit, if I may, in regards to conveying a message. And conveying a message. Subject, verb, agreement. That which is relevant for the time. Trying to use a grammar term or grammar terms of subject, verb, agreement, and conveying a message when it comes to time, a time, the time. I realize that the only thing that unites us is time. Biologically, when when the female is ovulating, then the sperm mixed with the ovum, and that begins the evolving process. The evolving process of understanding. And once a person starts to understand that, he develops a sense of tolerance, patience, and once one develops a sense of tolerance and patience, he or she understand the importance of temperance or self-control, and as it pertains to his or her attitude. Yes, his or her attitude. And that makes an individual to become very cognitive or coherent. Yes. So, for me, truth is the cause that impacts and affects the results of one's reality. And one says that, truth says that I am the information. It's like I am information. I am forming something in order to convey a message. That the subject and the verb can agree upon. That is relevant with the time. Therefore, the verb is the action that it will, that one will take. If you accept the agreement, or if you accept that you will be subjected to someone else's understanding or someone else's intelligence, someone else's thinking, Yes. Subject matter. And that which we give, attention to, or that which is put out there to give, the gift that is put out there, that we give attention to it. Yes. A person or a thing being described, discussed, or dealt with. Is the verb. that which you give attention to. Used to describe an action or a state or an occurrence. A common occurrence. Forming the main part or the mainstream, Mainstream. Mainstream. You look at media, press, and television, whatever. The mainstream of the predicate of a sentence such as here or then. And now, really the here and now. Relevant. Predicate. A part of a sentence or a clause containing a verb. In stating about the subject. Predicated on containing a verb. Predicate, contain, having a hold on something from within. Something that you could be carrying, a burden or a responsibility, but something that is showing restraint. Some things you may do and someone may give you a restraining order. So, restraining your order, or you are ordered to restrain yourself, because knowledge is designed to give you structure. Yes. To restrain oneself, one's feeling, one's action. So if media, press, and television is constraining you, and you become subject to their constraining order or their order, their form of intelligence, and you are the subject, and your action is the verb, and you agree with that, then therefore that's another form of enslavement. Yes. And you are and must not be in agreement with that ignorance nor that foolishness. Then we deal with the description of an action, predicate, which forms the main part, mainstream, here and now, which determine what is relevant for you. That which may be relevant for them may not be relevant for you. In conveying, talk about care, in conveying a message of that which you may be subjected to, and that which you agree with, and that which you act on. When it comes to that which is relevant with the time, must be in accord with the times, because we must not read the face at face value. We must understand the symptoms and the causes. So truth says, I'm about, and that represents the information that it conveys. The message of truth, as a subject and a verb agrees with that which you are subjected to. You agree with it by the actions that you take, because your intentions are judged by your actions. So it is contractual. Now we see what contracts come about. Contract. When a woman is giving birth biologically, she go, you go through these phases. Yes. You see how far they determine the extent of the phases in which the woman go through before she gives birth to a child. But a predicate or predicated, your behavior and your actions is predicated on intelligence. And what does this predicated intelligence contains? It contains a action which takes form. When we're discussing or when something is being described, the subject that the verbs agree with, that which you are subjected to, or that which you are subjected to, if you are agree with it, you will act on it. And if you take something and you don't agree with it, or it has an adverse effect, and that's dealing with ignorance, darkness, sickness, and an illness. So therefore, medical attention is needed. Now, an adverb comes and modifies or qualifies the adjective or the verb or the action that is taken. Of a word or a group, and expressing its relationship with the verb and the subject and the verb in the agreement that is predicated on containing the verb or the actions that you will take and that which you will not take. Expressing that relationship. Is it a medicinal relationship or is it a toxic relationship? With yourself. And then we understand how we convey a message of truth that is relevant for the times. Until next time, talk to you.